I never thought it would come to this, but when my landlord knocked on my door, I knew I was out of options, 3 months behind on rent, no way to pay, no one to turn to, and then he made me an offer I should have refused, but I didn't. Before we start, please take a moment to like and subscribe. It only takes a second, but it helps the channel grow tremendously. I truly appreciate all your support. Now, let's begin. I flinched at the knock. My robe had slipped open, exposing my bare thigh, but I was too exhausted to care. I opened the door. Logan stood there, eyes dragging over me, slow, deliberate. You're 3 months behind on rent, Ava. I pulled my robe tighter. I know, Logan, I just need more time. He stepped inside, shutting the door behind him. The air thickened, his gaze lingered. Shame to see a woman like you struggling, he murmured, voice smooth, so beautiful yet so helpless. Heat crawled up my skin. I'll figure something out, he sighed, shaking his head. Time doesn't pay the bills, sweetheart. I had tried everything, extra shifts, borrowing, cutting back, nothing was enough. Please, just a little longer, I whispered. He studied me. Or maybe there's another way. My stomach tightened. There it was, the unspoken offer, now in the open. What do you mean? Come on, Ava. You know what I mean. The room felt smaller, my robe felt thinner. No one has to know, he said, just between us. I hesitated, heart pounding. He smirked, watching me squirm. I can make your problems disappear, I exhaled shakily. No choices, no way out, just him. Slowly I nodded. His smile deepened. Then he reached for the belt of my robe. Good girl. Logan led me into the bedroom, his grip firm but unhurried. The air felt thick, pressing against my skin as I stepped inside. The scent of aftershave and something deeper, masculine, familiar, filled my senses. He wasted no time. Standing at the edge of the bed, he undid his belt with a slow, deliberate motion. The soft clink of metal sent a shiver through me. You know what to do, sweetheart. A lump formed in my throat. I hesitated, my fingers tightening into fists at my sides. His lips curved into something between amusement and control. Don't act so surprised, Ava. You agreed, remember? Heat curled in my stomach, a nervous, electric kind of warmth. I swallowed hard, then lowered myself to my knees. His fingers threaded through my hair as I leaned in. Feeling his heat, his scent overwhelming me, I pressed my lips against him, moving carefully. He exhaled sharply, his fingers tightened slightly, guiding me. The sounds he made sent an unexpected thrill through me. I shouldn't have liked it, but I did. His breathing deepened, his posture tensed. He was getting lost in it, in me. A strange sense of control stirred inside me. Just as I found my rhythm, he pulled away abruptly. His breathing was uneven. He was barely holding back. Get on top, he said, voice thick with need. I obeyed, standing and moving onto the bed, my robe slipping open as I straddled him. His hands immediately found my thighs, sliding up my skin, squeezing as if he needed to feel every inch of me. That's it, he murmured, eyes locked on mine. I reached down, aligning myself with him. A sharp gasp escaped my lips as I sank onto him. He groaned, his fingers pressing into my hips. You feel better than I imagined. I ignored the warmth that spread through me at his words. This was just a deal. But as I started to move, a deep pulse of pleasure rippled through me. My body betrayed me, responding eagerly, craving more. I bit my lip, keeping my face neutral, but inside, heat coiled, a slow burn spreading with every movement. Go on, Ava, ride me like you mean it. His voice was strained, his grip firm as he guided me. I did as he said, my pace quickening, my breathing uneven. Each motion sent another wave of sensation through me, making it harder to pretend I wasn't enjoying this. He smirked up at me as if he could see right through my act. You like this, he murmured. No, I lied, my breath hitching as I moved faster. His grip tightened, his body rising to meet mine in perfect rhythm. The tension built between us growing deeper, heavier. I clenched my jaw, desperate to hold back any sound that might betray me. Keep going, he growled, his control slipping. His eyes never left mine, drinking in every movement, every unspoken reaction. I dug my nails into his chest, holding on. His pleasure built inside me, threatening to spill over. His breath hitched, his body tense beneath me, and then with a final shudder, he exhaled, his hands locking me in place as he reached his peak. I followed seconds later, my body trembling from the intensity. But I swallowed my moans, keeping my expression unreadable as I collapsed onto him, my body still humming. For a moment we just lay there, our breathing heavy, skin damp and warm. Then slowly I moved off him, sitting at the edge of the bed. I didn't speak, I didn't need to, but deep down I knew the truth. I had enjoyed every second of it, and so did he. I sat at the edge of the bed, pulling my robe around me, though it did little to cover what had already been seen. My skin still tingled, my breath still unsteady. I felt his eyes on me, watching, waiting. "You surprised me, Ava." His voice was smooth, amused. "Didn't expect you to enjoy yourself that much." Heat flickered in my stomach. I ignored it. "It was just a deal," I murmured. He chuckled. "Sure, if that's what you need to believe." Silence stretched between us. I should have felt ashamed, but I didn't, not entirely. A part of me had liked it more than I wanted to admit. "I have another proposition for you." I glanced at him. "What do you mean?" He leaned against the headboard, his shirt still open, his expression unreadable. "You enjoyed this, I know you did. And there are men who'd pay good money for a woman like you." I stiffened. "You're joking." "Not at all." He watched me closely. "You said you're out of options, but you don't have to be. You could turn this into something lucrative." My breath hitched. "That's different." This was just I stopped, because I didn't have the words. "Just what?" His smirk deepened. "Just a favor, just for fun." I turned away, my mind racing. I should have been disgusted, but I wasn't, because he was right. I had enjoyed it, and now the thought of doing it again, of being wanted, of being in control, of making something out of nothing didn't seem impossible. "It's your choice," he said, standing up, buttoning his shirt. "You don't have to say yes, but if you do. I know two men who'd pay well for a night with you." A chill ran through me, not just one, two. I swallowed hard. It should have been an easy no, but it wasn't. "How much?" His smirk widened. "More than you've ever made in one night." I exhaled slowly, my pulse hammered in my ears. One night, two men, a choice that could change everything. I lifted my chin and nodded. "All right." Logan grinned, reaching for his phone. "Good girl, I'll make the call." The next evening I stood in front of the mirror, smoothing my dress over my hips, tight, low cut, just revealing enough. Logan had picked it out himself, along with a pair of heels that made my legs look longer than I remembered. I barely recognized myself. My hands trembled slightly as I adjusted my hair. Why was I nervous? I had already made my choice. There was no turning back now. "You look perfect," Logan murmured from the doorway, his eyes roaming over me, slow and approving. "They'll love you." I swallowed hard, exhaling through my nose. "Who are they?" "Friends, generous ones," he smirked. "You give them a good night, Ava, and you'll never have to worry about rent again." A knock at the door. My breath caught. They were here. Logan's smirk deepened. "Showtime, sweetheart." I turned toward the door, my heart pounding as I reached for the handle, and then I opened it. Two men stood there, eyes dark, expressions unreadable, and they were here for me. I led them into the room, my pulse pounding with each step, waited with anticipation. My heels tapped softly against the floor. The air was charged with unspoken energy. They followed closely, their presence surrounding me. Two sets of eyes, two men whose attention was solely on me. I had agreed to this, I wanted this, but still, something inside me twisted. A flicker of hesitation, a spark of excitement. The taller one, broad-shouldered, confident in the way he carried himself, was the first to reach for me. His touch landed at my waist, firm, deliberate, his fingertips pressing lightly, as though committing every curve to memory. The other, leaner, sharp-eyed, quiet but intensely observant, lingered just behind, his breath warm against the back of my shoulder, sending an unexpected ripple down my spine. "Let's take care of this," the first murmured, his fingers brushing over the strap of my dress, teasing at the fabric as he met my gaze. Slowly layers slipped away, fabric falling with ease. Hands followed, exploring, learning, appreciating as cool air kissed my skin. I reached forward in turn, my fingertips tracing the firm lines beneath their clothes, my touch testing their response. Their eyes never left me, watching, waiting. A slow exhale left my lips. There was no hesitation. I wanted to give them exactly what they were waiting for. I moved with careful intention, fingers working through the closures of their belts, undoing each one at a measured pace, feeling the tension coiled beneath the layers between us. Their breathing deepened, muscle shifted as I explored, warmth radiating against my touch. A quiet sound escaped the first man, a deep note of appreciation as he tilted my chin upward, meeting my gaze with something unreadable in his expression. "Just like that," he murmured, his voice smooth, edged with something darker. A familiar heat curled through me, something both exhilarating and dangerous in the way they watched me. Knees bent, movements deliberate. I lowered myself, fingers still wrapped around them both, warmth pressing against my skin. One hovered near my lips, a silent invitation, waiting for my decision. I leaned in, welcoming him, tasting the heat, tracing the shape of him with deliberate care. Above me he inhaled sharply, fingers weaving through my hair, guiding me with the lightest touch. The second man wasn't forgotten. My other hand worked him with just as much attention, teasing, drawing out each reaction. His breath hitched, his fingers brushed the curve of my jaw as he studied me, absorbed in every moment. Their combined presence, the quiet sounds they made, the tension winding through the space between us, it sent a slow, deep warmth spreading through my stomach. "That's it," one of them murmured, his voice thick, heavy with satisfaction. "Just like that." The words sent another rush through me. They let me move at my own pace, letting me explore, letting me lose myself in them. Then one of them shifted back slightly, clearing his throat as though regaining focus. "Come here," he said, his voice low, steady. "We're just getting started." I settled onto the mattress, my breath uneven, my body thrumming with anticipation. The taller man positioned himself between my legs, his fingertips drew slow, deliberate circles along my inner thighs, teasing, heightening the tension. The other moved beside me, his hand found my chin, tilting my face toward him, his gaze locking onto mine with quiet intensity. "Let's see just how sweet you are," the first murmured, his voice deep, laced with amusement. Then he lowered himself, his breath warm against my skin before the first flicker of sensation sent a shudder through me. A sharp gasp caught in my throat as his lips explored me, his touch slow, patient, deliberate. My fingers curled against the sheets, gripping them as each movement sent another ripple of sensation through me. The second man leaned in, his mouth brushed against mine before deepening the kiss, his lips parting against mine. I welcomed him, letting the warmth of him consume me, muffling the sounds escaping my throat as pleasure built between us. They moved in perfect rhythm, one unraveling me with his mouth, the other drawing me deeper into the kiss, his fingers threading through my hair, keeping me close. "She's incredible," one of them murmured, his voice laced with admiration. I should have felt nervous, I should have hesitated, but I didn't. I wanted more, and they could see it. They moved me effortlessly, guiding me, shifting me into position as if they already knew what I needed. Now I was on all fours, my body still trembling, still buzzing from their touch. The second man, the one who had been watching, waiting, patient until now, moved behind me, his hand steady on my waist, grounding me. "You ready for more?" he asked, his voice low. Knowing I barely had time to respond before he pressed forward, a slow, measured pressure that sent a deep, unrelenting warmth spiraling through me. My breath hitched, my fingers tightened against the sheets as my body adjusted to. He groaned softly, his grip securing me in place, his movements steady, deliberate, as if savoring every moment. The first man moved in front of me, his fingers skimming my jaw, coaxing my gaze upward. "Let me feel you," he murmured. I parted my lips, welcoming him, the heat of him against me, the steady rhythm of his breath mixing with mine. "Just like that," he whispered, his thumb brushing along my cheek, his fingers tangling into my hair. They moved together, each guiding me, their rhythm sissing, one keeping my body steady, the other keeping my focus locked on him. A quiet moan escaped my throat, the vibrations made the man in front of me inhale sharply, his fingers flexing against my skin. Behind me, the second man shifted his pace, becoming fluid, drawing another gasp from me as warmth pulled deep within my core. "You love this, don't you?" one of them murmured, his voice teasing, knowing. I whimpered softly, my body betraying me, the truth evident in every movement, every sound. I did, I loved every second of it. And they weren't finished. They moved me again, lifting me, shifting me seamlessly into a new position, guiding me exactly where they wanted me. Now I was on top, the first man beneath me, his hands firm on my hips, grounding me. His gaze met mine, a flicker of satisfaction playing across his lips. "Let me see how much you want this," he murmured, his grip tightening just enough to steady me. A slow breath escaped my lips as I sank onto him, a deep warmth building inside me, the stretch sending another shudder down my spine. His head fell back against the pillows, a quiet groan slipping from his lips as I moved against him. But behind me, the second man wasn't done. I felt his touch first, teasing, testing, his fingers exploring the curve of my back, waiting for my reaction. A sharp breath left me, anticipation curling through my stomach. A flicker of hesitation met with an even deeper sense of want. He leaned forward, his breath hot against my ear. "Take your time," he murmured. "I'll guide you through it." I exhaled, my body tensing, adjusting a slow, gradual acceptance as he pressed forward. The heat between us intensified, the moment stretched, body sinking in perfect rhythm. "That's it," one of them groaned, "just like that." I wasn't sure who spoke, I was too lost in it, too overwhelmed by the way they moved with me, their touch, their breath, their bodies keeping pace with mine. They worked in tandem, one steadying my hips, the other pressing closer, their movements precise, controlled. The pressure built slowly, spreading through me in waves, my breath coming faster as the sensation coiled tighter and tighter. "You're incredible," one of them murmured, his voice reverent, filled with something raw. "Look at her," the other whispered, his fingers skimming my spine, making me shudder. Completely lost in it I was. I couldn't hold back anymore. The tension inside me coiled to its peak, a final deep pull that unraveled me completely, warmth crashing through my body in waves. And then a sharpened tail from beneath me, his fingers pressing into my skin, his body tensing as his rhythm faltered, a low groan behind me, his grip steadying me as he let go, following right after. The moment stretched breathless and infinite before fading into warmth. The room settled into silence. The only sound was the slowing rise and fall of our breaths. In the end, I never expected to enjoy it. I never expected to want more, but now I can't stop thinking about it. So tell me, was I wrong, or was this exactly what I needed? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more stories like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.